and good evening to everybody from Yangon. Thanks for having me there. And you know, we use the term crisis a lot in this world, but I really want to emphasize now that, you know, the people of Myanmar are really living in a severe crisis at the moment, no matter how one defines that term, as it were. Before the military takeover, the United Nations was supporting 1 million people affected by the conflict here inside the country. And that number, you know, the number of people in need of humanitarian assistance now is 3 million. That's a tripling in over the last 8 months. And in addition to that, there are now 20 million people living below the poverty line, nearly half the population. And that's a rate of poverty that we haven't seen in Myanmar for at least 20 years. I'd like to start by saying, I mean, our colleagues are on the ground. They're delivering food and cash assistance. They're improving access to healthcare, water and sanitation, and other basic services. Since February, our food and cash assistance has reached more than 1.4 million people in rural communities all around the country, as well in some urban and peri-urban centers in the country as well.
Turn to questions. I think, Edie, you have a question?
First, there are really significant operational challenges. Travel, COVID-19 restrictions, roadblocks, and overall insecurity are definitely main reasons we can't reach everybody we want to. And I think it's really incumbent upon me to take this opportunity to call on all parties to use their influence to facilitate the safe and unhindered access for humanitarian workers and also our humanitarian supplies.
Edith Lederer from the...
We have requested a total of $385 million to reach those 3 million people this year. To date, we've received about a third of that. And that means that we have a funding gap of roughly $250 million just for this year. And that means, in turn, that we really won't be able to reach everybody who needs our assistance.